Okay, welcome to bonus episode number 2 for Disco Elysium. Might actually be another one, I don't know. Interactions do take quite a while in this game. Before we go and try and progress the ravers in the tent, I thought it might be a good idea to sing karaoke to a packed house. So we've got our full drama gear on, we have no pants on. So we can fully accentuate our hips in this wonderful silk robe. So we've smoked a cigarette to get ourselves prepared because I forgot about the check, about what affects the check.
All set up.
Yes.
You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Yes, Gar, I will. Okay, so before we go to the church, I have done a few other bits. I hit a few extra checks. I got a medal from Rene that buffs rhetoric through pursuing his a drama check for him. And I did the conceptualization check on the wall. I wrote a message on there. I'll probably show you that before we go over that. I should have probably recorded that, but I didn't know whether it was significant or not. But because we've taken Cindy's paintbrush, I don't know if that's going to affect the later part of the game. Anyway, let's sing.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Second time's a charm, right?
The air
This
is
game.
thick with anticipation.
This game hates me in checks.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
This was the game my playthrough proper. I would have had to have stuck with that. Sit back, guys.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Yes, Harry. Oh, that's so good.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
I want to dedicate this song to whoever wrote me that fucking letter. I still love you. Thank you very much, arsehole. I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi. I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit, Gart. I'd like to dedicate this song to the Pale, nothing that will devour the world. I'd like to dedicate this song to the RCM. Please don't fire me. No. I don't want to dedicate this song to anyone. I performed it for myself. Thank you, Ancient Reptilian Brain. I'd dedicate it to the Pale, but I'm just going to dedicate it to Kim. I'm dedicating this to you, Kimmy.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives before turning away. He's incapable of blushing. But
Oh,
if he weren't, he'd blush.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
oh, I thought he said good God. I think it sounded like he said good God.
Last words?
Finger pistols all day. What do you think, Kim?
Yes?
Oh. Right, let's get back into some sort of reasonable outfit. Oh, that was fun. It sounds good, man. I mean, I really enjoy listening to that. Oh dear. Nope, not you. Boom. What do you think, Gart?
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognised the song. Yeah. The church is actually my life. The church is actually my past. Yeah, the church is actually my love. Things are really bad with it.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
Nothing for now, mate. What did you think about my performance, gendarme? I know that's not your name, but still.
Hi again, gendarme.
Damn it!
Bye-bye, gendarme.
We can't talk to this guy, right? I don't know why he's highlighted. Can we rob him or something? It's all about money, you know? You gotta spend money to make money. Maybe he's got something to do with a ultra-liberal quest. What did you think, Titus?
The Coppernato is back. What do you want?
I'll come back for this. Oh, from what you guys said, I thought everyone was going to have something to say about it. I guess it was just that bit at the end, the round of applause. Okay, so we're going to head to the tent now. The thing with the statue and the ultra-liberal thing about making money is we're just going to have to wait for time to pass for that, so we will fast travel over to the church. We need to pass, I can't remember what check it was. But I did do a little Google so that I could see what we needed to do to progress Egghead's quest. It won't show up until we've got into the church or moved this lot into the church. And I have the Arno van Eyck thought now. So it reveals his posters. I might replace it because it doesn't really give us anything.
Hi again. So,
Oh, it's Logic.
How things go? Goodbye, officer.
Logic is the FALN heart. We've got the Logic shirt on. Yeah, that's it. I did pick up some more clothes. I picked up the Inland Empire shades that you needed to check for with oh, come on, his name will come to me.
Hi
Sealing.
again. So, how things going?
Oh, hang
Goodbye,
on.
officer.
I save Scum in the bonus series. In the bonus episodes, we save Scum like crazy.
Hi again. So,
Yeah,
how
you
things going?
Yeah, you're drug dealers.
Okay,
This game and the checks with me is just insane.
a number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever.
Don't worry, guys. We're going to do the club.
Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I feel sick and became the shadow you see now, but before that I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here seems to think I'm a disgrace to the uniform.
What happened?
Life taught me a new arsehole.
That's a real downer.
He shakes his large head. Obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in
The
me.
young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
Sona hinted that there's something else going on. That I'm being naive. This isn't the making of a club, it's a tent full of lab equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
Got no headphones, dude.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
No, Safed?
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine.
Oh,
Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine.
man, that's so
Ephedrine
OP.
makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
That's so OP, man, isn't it? 10 XP in 2 real. Like, we're swimming in XP and money. You can get a similar thing for one of the other thoughts that does the same thing, but for whatever it is it rhetoric, maybe? Distilled water, clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
The ether. Good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
He smiles nervously. There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
Sona hinted that there's something else going on, that I'm being naive.
Hey man, who knows what she's on about? I get it. She doesn't want us in the church. She's got something against us.
Who doesn't like to dance? She doesn't like to dance.
Yeah, that's true. In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Preposterous.
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. I feel like suggestion is wrong a lot of the time. Yeah, you tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there.
What do you mean by lenient?
Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you using every connection I've got, not calling back up and hauling you off to the pen for starters. We'll see. Now speak.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And you needed me for...
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Not really spooky, are they? I think they are a bit spooky.
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
I agree, Egghead.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Oh, you can ask for a bribe. We're rolling in cash. Let's do it clean. No speed lab, just the club.
Yeah!
The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions, his teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his
It's
knees.
impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
The fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Right, let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
I checked the church out.
And?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh, man. Who is he? What did you think?
He gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Yeah, there's something weird going on under the roof.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure, I'm just telling you what it felt like.
No matter. Is he going to be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
He actually likes the idea of a nightclub.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just gonna have to live with it.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Yeah, I was using the mainframe when she appeared.
A programmer?
Yeah.
That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
Yeah, she doesn't like the idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project's finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, honour man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's
Yeah.
okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist, coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
He's hard, mate.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
No.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I'm not going to throw her out, but I'll try convincing her.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Right. So convince Sona, so we're going to have to help her with something. I'm swimming in skill points. I'm thinking I should just boost rhetoric because advanced race theory has bumped up the cap for it, so I'm just going to pop points into this. Alright. Come with me, Kimmy. We need to talk to the programmer. Alright, this is fun. I can't wait to hear how the song sounds when we've got the bass mixed in, because it sounded awesome already, right? I want to hear that song. Off we go, chaps. Let's top off our health. So I got a lot of heals and a lot of money. No worries when we got this much cash, right, guys? No worries at all. I can buy as many cigarettes, some booze, some drugs, and enough other drugs to heal it all off. Let's get our encyclopedia hat on because those checks are our lifeblood at the minute. I think you can smoke the cigarettes in dialogue, so if we need to boost, we'll do it while we're talking. Hello, Sona.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything.
Alright.
Good.
Oh, sweet. I've not saved it, but it's a 97.
Hey, what makes the world go round?
This game, dude. Right, guys, I can't believe I've failed that many, like 70-80% plus checks in the space of, what, 20 minutes? Can you believe that?
Yes.
I'm cursed.
What is it?
Have you seen
What?
Ruby? No.
No. No one's suspicious around here.
Andre wants to
I
make
don't
it
want
work.
to make anything work.
Hold on.
Yes, anything.
All right.
Good.
Can't believe that, man. I only hit one snake eyes in the entire playthrough last time. Cooperate, please.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
I've got this one. Is this the one you're looking for?
No. That's the production schedule. I don't need it. The right filament memory has offsite copy, written on silver tape.
She doesn't care how you got your hands on that thing.
Why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Sweet.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
What he said.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on-site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Okay, where is it then?
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious
This is
eyes.
clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
By your own workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the DCA?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Placence?
That's her name, I believe.
I've already been there.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge.
No, it's not.
Just go and get it.
Where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge.
No, it's not.
I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
It's not in there.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislaw.
Zawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Zawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
It's locked.
Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
I found the ice cream maker, but it's completely frozen shut.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost
I
it?
tried.
Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Can't you get it yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says
You-
I'm part of the curse.
Are
But
you?
Of course not.
Why
Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Well, why did she think you were part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer.
Don't be
She
harsh.
thinks it emits elemental evil.
Don't be so harsh.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Reim Civic. I'm not making this up.
I suppose I'm the one who goes on about atheism all the time, so I should probably side with her, right?
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
We put a body in the
Wait,
fridge.
what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
All right.
Whose body is it?
It's all part of an investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
That's what I said.
Okay. Very cool.
We would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have any. Thanks.
Fine.
And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Sweet! This is an advanced pry bar, a pry bar plus 2, if you will, built by Kvalsund in Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and grey multi-tool will stagger any technician. Sweet! Right. That's what we've needed for a long time, right? Jesus. That's big. Alright. Let's head over there and get this thing open and progress this quest. I don't know if this is going to have anything to do with the Pale, this thing in the church, but I'm excited for the nightclub. I think this should be fun. And I think we should be able to do this at night pretty easily. Alright. The abandoned lorry. Oh, I failed getting through the window. We still got in though. Wonder why there's another chat there now. Anyway. Let's get this thing open then, Kimmy. Oh, we need the torch, right? From what I've heard, rhetoric might be quite frustrating to pop up all the time. I think I already turned this off.
Only the red cable is...
No, yeah, I did, yeah.
This orange machine is dead still. It has...
Ugh. Physical instrument buffs. The vest. I thought we got more physical instrument from something else. Don't think so. Oh no, I'm scrolling over things again. Pretty sure there's no other physical instrument buffs. Oh no, the armor. One of the armor pieces. No, that's authority. Oh, pain threshold, damn it. I got excited for a second. Nope, nope, nope. Right, we're gonna have to save scum this to death. Can you believe the rolls I've hit, man? This is ridiculous. Right, let's give this a try.
Orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Let's give it a try.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
Man, this game makes no sense with the dice rolls.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side.
Sweet, mine.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Oh. In that case, I'm going to do some more save scumming, because that's what we do. I'm going to try and say that it's because we're ultra-liberal now, and we just look out for ourselves, so that's why we save scum now. Let's stick it in the computer. Wow, I wonder what's on it. I can't imagine it's anything too important.
A dusty radio
Another radio computer.
Yes.
Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC51.
Yeah, turn it on,
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filaments you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Offsite copy.
Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening, Fortress Accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Yes.
Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
It's me again, Yvonne. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
Yes, I have a password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
No, that's not it.
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then? Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
After death, life again.
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Oh, conceptualization, yes.
Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you.
Tiles on the cube it sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink.
Something cracks?
Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this.
Read it.
The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information.
What happens?
Something is obviously broken here.
Tear it off.
Tiles on the cube are still smouldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Take it
the
out.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Kimmy?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
This is what remains of Sona's radio game studio, Fortress Accident. Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology. It looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
Yeah.
Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. And by these people, I mean people in Sona's radio game company, Fortress Accident.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
So we read this in the main game, right? Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
The world's cold and lonely. This will keep it company. Let's finish it.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
So if we got a printout, yeah, it was a perception check, right? So some of our gears affecting perception, yeah. Come on, glasses. The hat. We have another perception. Yes, the shoes. Right. I might reload so that she hasn't seen that we've looked at it, because that's not very good of us, is it?
The pearlescent paper,
Yes,
feisty little thing. But don't worry.
Wait, what? That's not what I meant. Oh, that's the stock certificate. Note from the fridge. Oh, damn it. Right, I'm going to have to redo that. Alright, I've got my perception gear on. So we're going to give this a try. 92. Watch this miss.
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper, marked by the devil itself.
Tear it off.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent plate, the filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Okay, I imagine Kimmy's going to try and talk to me again, so I'll see you guys over at Sona. If that ends up ruining the quest, the fact that we've already tried to look what's on it, then I'll reload from earlier and just give it straight back to her. Alright, we're back with Sona. We'll see if she gets angry about us using the filament, but we'll see.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, the offsite
Yes?
copy. Here you go.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
What are you hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Now what?
Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm
Yeah,
almost
I didn't say anything.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into air. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin. So where is it? Where is your 2-meter hole in the 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church where a group of water bowls form a ritualistic arch. Well, we know that it's there. We found it before.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
Sweet.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, fourth bowl 5 to the right.
Thanks.
She smiles. To the right position and report back. Okay. I've got to save scum constantly now. Which is the third one?
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimetre on the floor.
With the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
And yeah, 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor.
Mistake.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
Sona?
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls, you impatient lady.
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Okay, she stops biting into her chapped lip.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
Okay.
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Ooh. Wonder if it's the phasmid. Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it just going to be silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
She stares at the heart of her computer.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying.
Who
Maybe
knows?
it's going to tear the world apart.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
I mean, it's kind of a part of a job to overthink, right? Yeah, we should be cautious.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just got to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard. The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence.
Let's remain silent.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well...
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging her forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
She raises her head, staring at all the machines that litter the church, cables coiling up on the floor like pests.
You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
And my tie might hear something, Sona.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
Alright, should have kept the perception gear on, clearly. Save scum time.
Yes, what is it?
Let's try it.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air.
Maybe you're listening to the Pale.
What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
What if we just need better sound equipment, Sona?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
The speed guys.
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
They could help with the speakers, Sona.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system.
If you let them move
and
in,
you
they
think
wouldn't.
they would
Yeah,
help me?
they wouldn't mind if you let them move in.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
It's not just going to be that.
Brilliant negotiating there, Detective. As always.
Thank you, suggestion. Right.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
How strangely gracious of her. Alright. Alright, Andre. Come on, Kimmy, stop staring at the computer. God. I don't know if they're still going to be there after 11 o'clock, but I can't imagine they've got anywhere else to go, so they probably sleep in there, right? Alright, chaps. Good news. Well, bad news as well. You're going to have to live with her, but still. Speed freaks don't sleep, right? She's caught pneumonia by now. Good news, Andre.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
The church.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news. I managed to convince Sona she's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition: she needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're a true ally and the augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
The speed freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited.
And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Keeping it? Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? There'll be no shady shenanigans in the church, only love and Nordic dance music. Yeah, let's keep it clean.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Sweet. I thought the game had crashed then. Alright, so they're going to move in. Is it going to pass 2 hours for us, or are we going to have to wait ourselves? If that's the case, I might just go to bed. Let's go in. What quest? Right, let's go and see if they're there. I know he said a couple of hours, but you never know. Alright, we're progressing. This looks like we're going to have bonus episode number 3, guys, because... I mean, I'm happy to keep this going for quite a bit longer, but I don't think this quest is going to finish too quickly. Nice! Nice work, Andre.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000!
I think that's against regulations, dude. He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club.
Oh.
Will you do the honours, detective?
We can ask everyone. What do you propose as the name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Says Estelle.
Yes.
Oh yes, the good
you
version.
You should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
What about you, Estelle? What do you think?
How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern. And too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
And that little the twang of the guitar in there just sounds really good, doesn't it? I really dig it. It's great. Hey, Ked, you must have a lot of ideas. Hardcore!
Yakukata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
I think we've got a conceptualization check coming in, right? Noid.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
It's not amnesia, guys.
Sona?
I don't.
Yeah, but it's something to do with technology. It's electronic music. It might actually tie in quite well.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Kimmy?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it.
All right, great.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Assault.
Oh no.
Ideas from another level of consciousness.
You bite into his ideas, Noid. Be careful.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
Exactly yourself. Right, all right.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Disco Elysium, okay. No Truce with the Furies. Or Revachol West. I don't like any of these. So if it was called No Truce with the Furies, people would start calling it NTF. Disco Elysium. Revachol West. I mean, Disco is the best one, right? I don't just want to be boring though, but I mean Revachol West is more boring than Disco Elysium. It's just we've got a disco history. This gives it a new spin. This one's too long. This one's too boring. Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
Yes, lads.
And short. And memorable.
See?
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
A light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing in violet blue.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience.
Oh yeah.
It feels good. It feels right. But what is this? What is this thing that Andre is doing with his limbs?
What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing!
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about it. We should talk about your supposed dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee. His moves punctuated by a stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Savoir-faire, where are you?
Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat is still so weak.
What's with the hair, dude?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that important for you?
Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no money. General issue, man. Now I'm all that, and I have radical spikes.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway, goodbye, officer.
Okay, my composure is a bit low, but we can buff it with which jacket was it? The blue one? No, that's suggestion. Oh, composure's the black jeans. The windbreaker. What else did I have? Oh, and the shoes, yeah. So we've got 3 points to buff it with. But I feel like we should talk to everyone else first. Because we've got the quest with Egghead for the music, right?
DeLorean Church, the place to be! Make
Yeah!
some noise, my church people!
Large speakers are set up behind the young man, blasting a familiar song.
He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
Do you like the church?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place! The first page of the second chapter!
His voice echoes all around.
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
I've thought about the melody and came to the conclusion that Van Eyck has lived here.
J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it up so we can lure him here.
Cheers, Egg. Have we synced up yet, Noid?
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
He looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
He spreads his arms, looking around at the speed freaks setting up shop.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
These kids got spunk, I admire that. Better here than in the tent, it wasn't safe. I'm genuinely into the hardcore lifestyle, you wouldn't understand. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. This is a corrupt scheme. I did it for mankind. For all mankind.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic.
I don't believe you actually think you did it for all mankind. But whatever keeps you in high spirits is okay by him.
Noid, digging the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
He rubs his hands together. How old do you think this church is?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental.
He means something paranatural. He must...
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
What style is it built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
Okay, and what's that like?
Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
What would a DeLorean building look like, though?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical.
Yeah, that is just, yeah.
Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Yeah, marriage is shit, yeah.
Right.
He takes a bolt from the toolbox and spits on it before shining it. This church isn't painted white, though, as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside, before the sea wind took all the paint off.
What did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies are perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Spiritual collapse?
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, Cop Man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
So what you're saying is you're not a big fan of the Innocentic system. What you're saying is religion has stopped being hardcore. Where's the quote from?
A Sarai's man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
So you're not a big fan of the Innocentic system?
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history. Built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals.
He looks around.
It's false core.
The way he says it, the force in false core is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you guys said the Ecclesiastes were all about love and hardcore before, remember? I even agreed with you about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this. And you propose dance music will supplant this system?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
How'd you like the glasswork, Noid?
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
Yeah, I don't like her either.
No wonder. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
It's quite iconic though, right?
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love.
Mass murder on the floor!
But she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here. But she's pretty. Yeah, but like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? I do feel there is something terrifying about her. Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit? Would you say she was, you know, human? Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to think about her anymore. Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit?
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit.
He raises his left hand.
This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
She is pretty, though.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, all right. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
You're right, I like it hardcore. And it seems I like it soft because it's anything but softcore. It's terrifying, yeah.
You may be onto something, Copper Man. She's got those mass murdering hips.
Yeah, there's something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
No, that's not it. It's something more. Something closer to your skin.
Take her down, crash it, destroy the window. Keep it. Keep that beautiful sharp shards. Keep her long face and her hair. Stare grimly into the distance. No, I think you should keep it.
The speed freak's eyes narrow with suspicion, as if he's looking at a man possessed.
It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It'll be like our thing. Plus it keeps the cold and the rain out.
Yeah, let's move on. I don't want to ask the other things.
What a strange choice of words. Caustic. Overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please.
We know what Dolores Day comes to symbolise for us, so... how are you settling in, Noid?
Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced. I did get to talk to the Crabman though.
See, I'll go.
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you? You mean all his sobriety stuff isn't too restrictive for you? Yeah, mother's love stuff is a bit weird.
Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of all.
No.
The man picks up on stuff. And he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
What did he say to you about the church?
The Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Dead bodies?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
So what's it for then?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it, to contain it.
Yeah, the swallow.
I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
He nods towards the woman.
It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
So why do you think she'll fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
I found a Doom commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing with the Ubies we're trying to contain. Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
Do you give it any merit?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not even a thing we can answer, Cop Man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person.
Okay. Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Cop Man. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Why are you so suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law.
Paranoid,
They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid? Paranoid, right?
It's short for paranoid.
What's good about being suspicious?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion.
What are you suspicious of, though, Noid?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
This is a good, dangerous line of questioning. You should prod him on.
What are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of. But if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Right. Yeah, don't you mean left-right paradigm and pig-wheat complex?
No. Politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
What? Tell me more about the left-right stuff.
I prefer not to. both asked the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental.
I do agree with this.
Combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Hey, dude, he's speaking a lot of truth here. The assuming words have more being than bodies. That is a really good quote for politics. The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That is a great line. That is spot on, dude.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's only our shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for great things. What's bad about animals? Animals are cute. Yeah, it's our only shit and we fucking suck at it. Grain?
Yes, having food is means to an end. But the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Yeah, man, that was such a good line. Can't get over that line. Words have more being than bodies. Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else.
His eyes flicker.
What's with the clothes, dude?
They're hardcore.
You look like a woman with those earrings. That's it.
They're just clothes.
Okay then.
It's just a style,
Yeah.
you know.
That's true. That's all clothes are. It's funny with clothing, like how people associate anything really with them. I know certain clothes were designed to accentuate certain maybe bodily forms, certain items of clothing, but other items of clothing that people associate with certain genders, they really don't have any gender association other than the history of them, right? There's no innate association with clothes. Do you know what I mean? So things like necklaces, makeup, and that kind of thing. There's only certain things that you could even argue the other way as well with clothing. You know, maybe like a neckline to accentuate a woman's cleavage, but you could still do that to accentuate a man's physical features as well. So that doesn't really apply. Only like none of it is really is exclusive at all. All right, you mentioned true life. What would that be like?
The life is true if it's free from fear, an eternal division among oneself and others. Mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
And how would we do this?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
You see a little grammatical thing there? Because he's a Cockney, he doesn't pronounce the H, so that a hard enough beat has to turn to an hard enough beat. See? I love little things like that.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face, his eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. The young man is dead serious about this. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Fascism?
Nationalism, militarism, racism, an emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
The words echo through the church majestically. Fair enough, just making an observation. I didn't mean it as a bad thing, but shouldn't the ones that are more hardcore rule over the ones that are less hardcore? Offer them guidance? Fair enough, dude, just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
You're advocating a noise-based society. You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication, thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore!
His friend shouts from behind his mix table, with a smile surpassing your own in wideness, a total moon face, and eyes full of naive wonderment. The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that? Let's not bring that up. That was vague. Dedication, something else, superlative. Thanks for clearing that up, dude.
Happy to help.
Noise-based society, then.
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
I mean, music occupies a different part of the brain than language does, right? So there is something, I don't want to say primal, but there's something natural about music that's separate from the abstraction that language can apply.
Lord of the Western Plain, it is really happening right here. The migrants are contaminating our youth.
I should have known. You're taking after the Kips. That's why you're so wacky. You don't need to get overexcited about it right now. Where were you?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. Don't just nod along, really feel it. Hang on, Noid. Hang on. Right, conceptualization check. So we need to smoke something. And we need to get our conceptualization gear on. Oh yeah. Right, and save scum.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Let's really feel it. Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it. This is taking place in Revachol, hardcore rising. It could only happen here, in the bottom of the geopolitical abyss. Those are the war horns of today. We'll be given a fresh start. Long live the world that gave shape to hardcore to complete itself. A true heir to DeLorean values. 3.5 centuries. And the gift still keeps on giving. No, I don't like that. I got the money. I've got the place. You've got the figure. You've got the face. Let's get together. We're jumping all over the world. You know, it feels unfair. There's a party everywhere. I don't seem to have anything to add to the core. That seems a bit nationalist. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to go for number 3. I don't want to make it political because he's saying that it's kind of wants it to be more like basic, not basic, but more natural. So I'm going to go with this one. I've got the money, I've got the place, you've got the figure, you've got the face. Let's get together. We're jumping all over the world. Okay. Cheers, Noid. Not only have you internalized the hardcore aesthetic, you've also contributed to it. How hardcore could you possibly become? Low-core people come around to correct your typos. It's hardcore here, hardcore there, hardcore in a third instant. What's going on? Those aren't typos, man. That's how hardcore hardness works. If you don't know hardcore from our happy hardcore, what the fuck are we even talking about? Oh, I do have a skill point. So, Anna Van Eyck, I can forget. I don't know. Was there anything else rubbish that I wanted to forget? Oh, volumetric. Oh, I do kind of need that endurance raise. We need the 2 from the cigarettes. Learning caps for psyche, yes. Perception and the speed giving the bonus. we could get rid of this because we've benefited from it already, right? I don't think there's any downside to getting rid of this. Sure. I'm gonna have like no interfacing now. I will still have a bit. All right, let's do it. How long was it? Not long. That was a really interesting conversation, I have to say. So I am going to stop the episode there because it's a bit long. We'll pick it up with Andre in the next episode because we're going to dance. We're going to dance our little heart out. So I hope you enjoyed bonus episode number 2. There's going to be another one. Maybe there'll be another one. Who knows? Yeah, leave me a like if you enjoyed it. Just remember, everybody, never trust and uncrate. I'll see you back for a bit of a rave.